Warning, this podcast contains the cure for vampirism.
And spoilers.
Yeah, maybe some spoilers. 1 or 2.
Maybe. No, most definitely.
Okay, maybe all the spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for the Vampire Diaries Season 5? I mean, Season 5, or is it Season 6?
Yes.
Season 5, Episode 20, I'd Leave My Happy Home for You. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my lovely co-host, Omikins, a.k.a. Nikki. How's it going?
It's warm.
It's warm?
It's hot.
Yeah, so I got a jacket on.
Yeah, well, you're in a basement.
Maybe.
In a dungeon.
I'm outside, clearly.
Lily.
I'm in a forest. See all the torches around?
I don't think that works. Torches with wood around.
It's fine.
I mean, that's asking for a disaster.
It's fine. We're flirting with disaster. So, what'd you think of this episode?
It was interesting. I mean...
It's a little slow, I thought.
It was slow.
It's a lot slower than last week, actually.
It was. But they're building it up.
They are.
See, if... I'm judging it on the last scene. Because if that last scene were the season finale, I'd be happy with that. But the rest of the episode, no way. If it just left it at that last scene, I would have been like, ah?
I think if it was for the season finale, they would have actually had to have traversed through back home to be like the season finale.
No.
You know, I don't think just we're going home now and then not seeing it, like, that's not a good finale. Just seeing them, we gotta go home now, and then have, like, the Ascendant, and then have them just, like, cast a spell, and then everything goes white, like last season, right? Or was that 2 seasons ago? Everything went white? That was last season. Yeah.
Was. But, I mean, just knowing that Kai is so confident, that would be enough for me. He's just like, yeah, we're going home.
See, Kai's kind of actually disappointed me a little bit, because I loved Kai so much, and now that he's gained, Luke, is it? Yeah, Luke. He's got Luke, and he's not the same anymore.
Well, did you hear his laugh?
Yeah, the laugh was good.
They did something to him. They made him crazy again.
Yeah, I'm hoping. It's rough. But yeah, we saw him all full of holes. They've been feeding off of him, clearly. They've been going out in the world, I'm assuming, looking for food for him. You know, so he can stay home and rest, and so he can make dinner every night, you know? I don't know why he's making such a big feast. I mean, yeah, it's celebration night or whatever, but they don't eat food. That's just for him. He didn't need to make that much.
It's not like he's going back. So, I mean, the food that he has there, it's not like he's going to miss it or anything, or he's going to need it down the line. Yeah,
but the rest of them don't need to eat that much, so... They don't eat any of it. They just need to eat him. That's it. So, I mean, I guess it's a party, and just by default, you need a lot of food, so... It's whatever. They're excited. Going home.
They're excited, and I think Kai thought he was a unique little snowflake, and now he finds out that, oh, hey, there's a whole group of people that were like me. But they're vampires now. Yeah,
so we really haven't gotten to spend any time with Kai since the discovery of this, and now we're just finding out they're on their way home, so we really don't know any of what Kai's been thinking emotion-wise. You know, he's got to be happy to have found people like him, but I hope we get some flashbacks to see how that all goes down, because we've only got 2 episodes left to the finale, and there's no way that they're going to take care of everything. Like, they can't dispatch them, because they have to deal with Kai. If Kai's no longer going to be if they want to kill Kai, they have to have somebody else merge and do the whole ceremony ritual, and Joe's kids were revealed this episode to be twins, but they're way too young. There's no way that they could just merge in the womb. Can they?
No, because there's blood exchanging. I mean, there is blood exchanging.
It was their 18th birthday or something, right? They
it has to be like adult transition thing.
Well, does it? We don't know. I'm not gonna rule it out simply because of the fact that Kai used the loophole originally and with Luke, you know?
Yeah.
He merged with Luke. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Well, they were the same age.
Right, but still, that's not how it was supposed to work. So there's clearly some loopholes going on around here. So they might be able to finagle something. I mean, Joe would be devastated. Alaric would be devastated. You know what? Or would they? Because it's merging. It's only gonna. They're still gonna have a kid.
The children wouldn't be able to develop a personality, and they would. I mean, they have connections to them because it is their child, but they haven't like. There's no physical, like there's like no emotional bonding going on.
Yeah.
So the child would come out.
Fine. Yeah, it would. I'm not gonna roll it out. It sounds completely plausible to me. It's probably not likely, but it's plausible.
An infant would be the leader of the Gemini.
Yeah, which would be a really weird twist, because then it's like they have to protect the baby, and it's all like the whole original kind of story going on again. But you know, it wouldn't be the forefront story. This would be like a little side story, and nobody's coming for the baby. You know, the only person that would be Kai. But if they merge him and then dispatch him, that's it. They don't have to worry about that anymore. So it's completely plausible. So, I mean, it's a little too early for Kai, I think, to be celebrating, but we'll see.
Yeah, he doesn't realize that it's twins.
Yeah.
And Bonnie will be on a rampage when he gets out.
Yeah, for sure. So
she's gonna do that, like, what did she do? Like, the emotional casting. What was that called again?
Expression.
She's gonna get back into that.
Watch. That would be cool.
I liked her like that.
Yeah, I mean, she was a little volatile, but
she's volatile now.
That's true. But I just mean her magic in general is kind of uncontrollable to a degree. So it'd be interesting, but yeah, for her to touch back deep into that, you know, it was only 2 seasons ago?
Yeah.
Or was that last season?
I don't think it was last season, because she was the anchor most of last season.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was 2 seasons ago. But, so the episode started out, which is kind of funny, because it started out almost the same way that it ended, with a celebration.
Yeah.
You know, we
couple
had,
celebrations.
Yeah. We had a bachelor and bachelorette party.
That was funny. I walked in on Mike when he was watching that part with Joe and the police officer, and he's like, I'm watching. I'm like, yeah, watch. Just watch. And all of a sudden, police officer, he's like, oh.
I knew as soon as I saw the nightstick with the glow.
And it started flashing. I'm like, oh god, no. Stop it, please.
I was like, this is the cheesiest thing I've ever seen, but it's funny at the same time. So I respect it.
I never had that for my bachelorette. And I didn't want it either.
You didn't want that guy in the police suit? No, you're just saying that because Mike's watching right now.
No. I'd rather, have people bake a lot of cake and let me eat it all.
I prefer cupcakes, but that's just me. But Alaric's bachelor party was much more entertaining than Joe's bachelorette party. But what would you expect when you have Damon leading this thing? You know that I'm gonna say at least 90% of the people, if not more, were because of they were compelled to be there because of Damon.
Yeah, I mean,
Damon knows how to party.
Yeah.
Sure, a couple of them were their friends. You know, there may have been a couple vampires there that we didn't know about. You know, but
if Caroline were around, I'm pretty sure Joe's bachelorette would have been probably around the same level.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because Caroline is the big party planner. So it's kind of interesting now to see that go down without Caroline around. You know, like why they need Caroline. As much as we hate Caroline, we need Caroline.
We need her.
You know? I mean, I was just having this discussion with my aunt, and she was like, I can't stand Caroline. Like, why is she still there? She said last season, if Caroline and Stefan get together, she's done.
She's done?
She's done. So I don't know. She's
I
not
wasn't
thrilled.
a fan, but if it was gonna happen, it was gonna happen.
Yeah. So we'll see. So far, so good. But it's starting to look like that way. But
Yeah.
Stefan's got a lot more things to worry about than
Mhm.
Caroline right now. Um, he's dealing with mommy issues.
Mommy issues.
Yeah. She's full ripper. Stefan's trying to
Yeah.
help her.
She's so stupid. I don't like her.
Didn't go too well. She just fed on somebody right in the middle of the grill.
Yeah.
And then you see Stefan like cleaning up afterwards. Like we see the last person in the bar, like he's compelling her to leave. So we know he had to sit there and compel the entire bar one at a time.
That's just crazy.
So can you imagine being in that bar? You just watch somebody die, and then like one by one, you're watching these people get compelled. Like that's got to be pretty creepy.
You know what? It's probably not the first time. They don't remember, but...
No, I know, but I'm just saying, can you imagine being there and being the last person? You literally watch some guy mind control every single person in front of you. You had to watch. It's not like Men in Black where you could flash a little thing and like everybody's memory gets wiped at once. He's literally got to do every person individual. So that last person is sitting there going, "What the fuck is going on?" You know?
I don't know. That would being the last person I'd be able to see and probably comprehend what's going on.
Right.
But then again, I'm me, and I would probably enjoy that situation. Not the person getting killed. Stop it. Stop it. Well, did she get killed?
You mean the longing look into Stefan's eyes? That's what you would enjoy?
No.
No?
No.
No.
Prefer Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo came in at the end, though, so he wasn't even around to help Stefan clean that up.
It's useless.
Yeah. It's true.
He's just there to tattletale on everyone. That's all he did.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly, like, he's on Lily's side.
Mm-hmm.
But he also sees that she needs help, so he's actually siding with Stefan now. And, like, they kidnap, they lock Lily up, whatever. She's in the basement. Enzo's coming to visit her. He played nice with Stefan, which is really weird because we had this whole thing with Sarah going on this whole season, where he's trying to get revenge on Stefan, and then the Sarah storyline was supposedly dropped, but I don't quite think it's over. Like,
I don't think it's over either.
We have 2 episodes left. I think it's going to spring up, but it's just how. I have no guesses at this point. Like, I don't even know how they're going to work her in. Like, she clearly walked out with all her memories. She didn't get compelled, anything. And she's not going to just give up. She didn't seem like the type to just give up. So it's just, how is she going to work? Like, is Kai going to come in and mess with her somehow? Is she going to come in and try to do something and end up saving ends? Like, I don't know where this is going. None of those even sound plausible to me.
I have a question.
I have an answer. May not be the right answer.
Elena only drank half of the cure.
No, she drank the full cure.
She drank it all?
She did.
Then I thought she was going to share with Damon.
Their plan was Elena was going to take the cure, and then Damon is going to feed off of her blood while the cure is in her system.
Oh.
Which actually kind of makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah.
So, but there's the big gaping hole that we discussed last week, and that is the fact that taking the cure killed Catherine. She died of old age. And it just seems like everyone is completely forgetting that fact.
I mean, did it actually work out that way, or were we just glossy?
No, that's what they said. They 100% said she's dying of old age. Her body is 5,000 something years old, and her body's catching up to her, and she's slowly dying.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean,
look right here. I don't even think you could read that. But I tweeted I said, why is everyone ignoring the fact that Catherine died of old age from the cure? How is Damon different? And I tweeted to Julie Kleck, Ian Somerhalder, and CW DVD. So, I didn't get an answer.
No, you're not going to get an answer.
I want one.
Of course you do. We all want answers. But
Mm-hmm.
writers don't give us that kind of stuff because, it's probably going to be revealed later on.
Right. Now, I'm wondering if they're actually going to have Damon take the cure, and then they're going to have to deal with it, and Bonnie's going to have to find some loophole to prevent it from happening. And
there's other things that they
know,
can take care of.
Yeah, well, because he got distracted, and we don't know how long the cure sits in her system, if it can't be a permanent thing.
No, it's probably just like when you are human and you get the vampire blood in your system, it's just like it works its way out.
Yeah, well, we know the vampire blood leaves the system within 24 hours, so they have 24 hours to get the blood out of, or Damon has to do that, but, like you said, there's a lot going on. Stefan urged him not to do it. So, I don't know. But what I thought was interesting was when Elena took the cure, she got all her memories back.
Yeah.
Which was really weird because, like we saw in the scene before, we saw Damon projecting her house into her memory, and she wasn't even sleeping. That's something new. I didn't know they could do, is project memories when they're not asleep. I did not know that.
Damon's sly. We don't know what exactly he's capable of.
That's true. That is true. So, I mean, that brings an interesting dynamic to it because now... Damon's worried that when she turns human, that she's not gonna love him anymore. Yeah, but now she has all these memories. She has everything now, not just like the new stuff, like everything. So I could see her falling back for Stefan if she lost all the Damon memories, whatever. But now she has them back. She knows everything, all the way up to the very first time that she was ever compelled, and Damon was the first one that met her, and all this stuff. So it's kind of rough. And then we see her struggle, like, immediately after taking the cure. She's already being hunted down. So it's like, is she gonna die off, or is she gonna get away before the season's over? Because we know 2 episodes from now she's gone.
Yep.
I just read an interview with Julie Plec today where she said, when they started filming the season, at the beginning of the season, Elena or Nina had said to Julie that she was not going to renew her contract because she was only signed on for 6 seasons, and Julie begged and begged and begged her not to go, and they tried writing all these crazy storylines and stuff to try to, not crazy, not like over the top, but just like a whole bunch of variety and kind of like weighing in her opinions on it and trying to like entice her to stay. And she's like, no, I need to grow. Like, I spent 6 years on this. I need to expand as an actress. And Julie actually is now looking on that and saying, it's definitely a creative challenge for us as writers, because it's kind of invigorating to have this new challenge to come up with. So I'm expecting next season to be a lot more interesting because it's kind of fresh. And we did mention that there's going to be a time jump in the finale. So I'm thinking Elena's not going to die. I'm thinking we're going to see...
Is it going to be a time jump, though, or is it just going to be a flash forward?
It may be a one-scene time jump, like just a flash forward, just to see like what's going on. So we may see like what Elena's life is like in 5 years or 7 years or whatever that game that they were playing, her and Damon. So we may get to see that if that's the flash forward. But I don't know now whether to expect it to be a time jump or a flash forward. So it would be interesting if there was a 5-year time jump and then next season is 5 years after everything. Then that leaves like all the characters to be in like completely different situations, have new friends, bring new characters into the show, really open the horizon for new things. But then at the same time, because I don't know, I've been going back and I've been watching Lost a lot lately too, and I really enjoy flashbacks. Like, I love that. So if they do something like that, a 5-year time jump, they could do intermittent flashbacks, kind of the way, like Once Upon a Time does stuff, and, a couple other shows now have adapted the Lost style. I would like to see Vampire Diaries do something like that. I think it would be. I mean, we already get flashbacks, but they're like 100-year flashbacks. They're nothing like more present, and I don't know. I think it would be interesting. I think it'd be a cool dynamic to kind of like piece together what's happened in the 5 years over the course of next season. I think that would be pretty cool.
5 years is a lot of time.
It is.
A lot of time. I don't know if they could do that. It seems like too long. I could see a year.
Mm-hmm.
But 5 years is too much.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, we know as soon as Kai gets back and he knows that Joe is having twins, he's going to deal with that.
But that also gives the twins some time to grow up.
That's if Kai doesn't take care of them.
Right.
We need to know what happens to Kai. They're not
Exactly.
going to take care of that in 2 episodes.
Exactly. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting for sure. I'm hoping for an extended time jump. I would love to see that, even if it's more than 5 years. You're saying 5 years is a lot. What if we have like a 17-year thing, and now the twins are a year away from the merge?
That'd be interesting for like 1 episode,
Yeah.
and then they're like, oh wait, no, that's not happening. We're going back.
Yeah, but like all our main characters too, they're not supposed to age. The only one that we'd really have an issue explaining off would be Matt. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out. But if I had to guess, though, it's probably going to be like a one-time isolated jump. Just like a peek glimpse into the future, see what Elena's up to, and then they come back next season. And that's my guess. My hope's a little bit different, but, you know, it's whatever.
Just another dream of hers in the future with Damon on the porch or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see Damon involved in her life at all in the 5-year jump, and I see this really, devastating to Damon. I don't see Damon taking the cure. Lark even said this episode, if you take it, you can never be a vampire again. I like how they're selectively remembering some of the things that happened to Catherine.
Just some.
It's like she tried to take vampire blood to heal her, didn't work. She can never be a vampire. She was coughing the blood back up. So they remember that, but they don't remember that she died of old age. So it's just kind of convenient storytelling at this point. So that's my big gripe with this season.
Did Silas do something to her? Because he was still around then, wasn't he?
He was, but he wasn't. They sent him off somewhere or something. Because remember he came back? No, they killed him. Didn't they kill him? And then he was in the other side with Ketsia, and Bonnie was the anchor, and then he came back when the other side was being destroyed and came through with the rest of them or something.
Gosh. That season just...
Yeah, I tried to block most of it out. I think he came through with the Travelers or something like that. Or he stopped the Travelers on the other side. And I remember him being involved, and then he got sucked away in the vortex.
Because the Travelers were there to stop him, because he was the unbalanced part of magic.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, the last little thing I think to touch on was just the scene between Joe and Bonnie.
Tyler.
Oh yeah, Tyler. I forgot about Tyler.
Because he's going too.
Yeah, Tyler is gone at the end of this season, so he's got 2 more episodes. I think the little it didn't really hit me before, but him joining the police force, yeah, he may actually have to kill someone, and that's kind of a struggle that everybody in the police force deals with at some point or another if they're on patrol, and he doesn't want to be a werewolf. I don't blame him. I don't.
I didn't even think about that either, and when he mentioned it, I was like, oh shit, yeah, Tyler, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, never even crossed my mind.
So he can't be a doctor either.
No.
Not that he'd be capable of it, but...
Right. Surgeon. Surgeon, anyway. Yeah,
surgeon. Well, I mean, even a regular doctor could give you the wrong prescription, and you could die from it.
I don't know if that would be classified as killing, because you're not forcing the pills down their throat.
No, but the girl tripped, and he accidentally tripped her or whatever, or pushed her. It was an accident, and she still died.
Yeah, but that was him directly, physically involved in the murder of her. That's not like giving the wrong prescription, her going home, and then willingly taking them on it. I don't know, that's a gray area.
It is a gray area, but I don't think being a werewolf cares about that. That curse, it just doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or white.
I don't know. That's a rough area to figure out. That's kind of like that gray area. It either does or it doesn't work, and I don't know if we'll have a definitive answer. If I ever go to, like one of those
Fest or something.
conventions,
Yeah.
I'm gonna secure a spot in the Q&A line, and I have like some obscure questions to ask them. Nothing like, because you go up there and you ask plot information, you never get it. They don't give it to you. You got to go and ask these obscure questions because that's stuff that's interesting. Because we'd find that out. I personally, I'd probably ask that over asking why they overlooked Damon. Whatever. Because she'd just give, oh, he was never gonna take it anyway, so we just conveniently left that part out. It's whatever. So, I mean, we don't know if he's gonna take it or not for sure, but we're assuming not, based on the rules that have been established in the universe. It wouldn't work, and if they did, it just wouldn't feel right. So, but yeah, so Joe and Bonnie, or Lily, I mean. Lily, Joe, and Bonnie. Lily just shoved that, it's the thing you put the checks in,
Yeah.
pull the checks into that long metal thing. The pole, whatever. I don't know what those things are called. But she threw that at Bonnie, stuck her in the neck.
Yeah.
Bonnie's left bleeding. Luckily, Joe was there, medical expert, Otherwise, I think Bonnie may have died. I don't know. She didn't hit an artery.
No.
So.
But, I mean, that would hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of things, like there's muscle and there's tendons and things that...
Yeah, didn't Joe say typically we wouldn't pull this out in the field?
Yeah.
So... It's kind of a rough situation. So, Bonnie's really adamant about Kai not getting out. So this is going to be interesting now when he comes
Joe
back.
is too now that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And I love how Lily just stopped in her tracks when she's like, "I'm pregnant." Then she listened. She's like, "Oh, twins," and she's like, "Congratulations. Good luck with that."
Yeah. I don't know why she left her alive though. It doesn't really make sense.
Because she's part of the Gemini coven? Does Lily know that? Maybe she's...
Does that matter to her?
Maybe she's more maternal than we think, because she's like, oh, I don't love my boys anymore. I love my Gemini vans over there.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's that maternal instinct kicking in, which, may mean there's hope for Lily after all.
I always knew that there was hope for her. It's just... She's just so stubborn. She doesn't realize, She's like, I'm so alone. It's like, no, you're not.
I mean, for all we
Your
know...
boys are there for you. You have Enzo now. You're not alone.
For all we know, her emotions could actually be off, too, and she's just playing it off well. Don't know for sure, but...
Well, I mean, if she would have got a hold of Elena's blood, she would have became human.
Mm-hmm.
And she would have taken the whole old age road, the same as Catherine. So she's like, even Elena warned her, and she's like, I don't care. So.
Yep. So, next episode. Looks like we're gonna have a wedding.
Okay.
I mean, we just had the bachelor party. So next episode is called I'll Wed You in the Golden Summertime. Alaric and Joe's big day. It's Alaric and Joe's wedding day, and Elena and Bonnie do their best to help stress out Joe within last-minute preparations. After uncovering some life-changing news that Damon has been keeping from him, Stefan takes his brother on a road trip to give him some perspective on his future with Elena. Elsewhere, when Caroline returns to Mystic Falls after dealing with the fallout of her humanity-free rampage, she begins making amends with her friends and comes to realization about her and Stefan's prospects of being together. Finally, when Bonnie begins having vivid nightmares that Lily is coming after her, she enlists Matt's help in taking Lily down. So, I don't know. Should be an
What?
interesting episode.
Matt is an LP now. What the hell is he gonna do? He's being such a dickwad.
Yeah.
No. No. Bonnie. No. You're not thinking straight.
So we were told midway beginning of this season that Jeremy may be returning for weddings.
Yeah.
So here's a wedding. Do you think we're gonna see Jeremy?
Well, it's Alaric's wedding, and we all know that Alaric and him are, on the side with the phone calls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the Hunter stuff. So it's possible he'll be there.
What do you think his interaction with Bonnie's gonna be like?
Awkward.
If they don't dodge each other.
I'm pretty sure Bonnie's planning to dodge him.
I'm sure of it. So.
That's something that she seems like she would do right now. She's not stable enough to even look at him.
Yeah. And if Joe's wedding is anything like her bachelorette party, it's gonna be awkward. But Caroline should be there. I'm assuming so. Hopefully Caroline won't let things. Hopefully she shows up and be like, "You call this a wedding?" and just uses vampire speed to just race through and like fix all the decorations up.
I don't know. I think Caroline has probably gone through a lot of changes. She's going to think and look at things differently now.
Yeah, that's for sure. She's not going to be herself, and that means we're going to be stuck with, a whiny emo Caroline for a little while.
Great.
Yeah, that's even better than the super controlling, self-centered Caroline that we've had.
If that's going to be the case, sure, go ahead, jump 5 years.
Yes, please do. If not more.
Yes.
So.
Maybe with a future where she's not in it.
Yeah. So I think that about does it. You have anything else for us?
No, not really.
Yeah.
No.
Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. 2 episodes left. Till next week. See you guys later.
Ciao.
I can't believe there's only 2 episodes left. This season flew. Unlike last season that dragged.
It dragged so bad.
And then that one episode, that last episode is like, oh my god, I can't wait for it to come back after just saying.
So mad because I didn't want to watch this. It made me watch this.
We were just saying, like, should we even watch this season after last season? And then that ending, and you're like, I didn't like that ending.
And then we talked about it.
And then we had our podcast, and you're like, I'm actually kind of excited for this season now. How much do you hate me right now?
I don't.
Good. Compulsion works.